Heyo everyone, it is Red Eye, and I hope everybody's been having a happy new year so far. I know I have been. Um, fir- First off, I want to say sorry for a good majority of 2025 where I have not really been doing much when it comes to you, YouTube. I know the first half of 2025 I was, and I've been trying to make time to be able to do more here on YouTube, but I've kind of been falling through on those promises. But 2026, I'm going to try and invest a good chunk of my time into making my YouTube better. I've kind of started doing that already towards the end of December and the beginning of 2026 here. Um, and I'm gonna try and get out some videos on probably on more of a weekly basis when I if I can get when I'm able to have time and do do my commentary videos here and maybe try to see if I can find like a multiplayer game to invest my time in, but I haven't really had the bug for it lately. So, um, unless you count the Division 2, but that's about it. Um, but other than that, I promise I'm gonna make going make I'm gonna devote my time into getting my YouTube channel done better going forward, so I can do something with this because this I really like doing and I don't want to stop doing it. Um, um, now now I always try to when I'm talking about a game, I always try to make it to where it's like the video that I'm is talking over is what I want to talk about in the uh, in the game. One of the things is I think I've made it before when it comes to made a video before talking about what I would like to have in the WWE games going forward, and it's a lot of stuff that was touched on back then when like playing the old WWE games. And for those who didn't grow up on those and basically grew up on this type of gaming of WWE, I'm talking about SmackDown versus Raw. I've literally played all of them basically. I've played the from the very first SmackDown versus Raw, 206, sorry, 2006, oh 07, 8, all the way up until the final of 20 SmackDown versus Raw 2011. Then finally, um, WWE 12 and 13, and those were really really good. But the thing, but some of the things that I wish that 2K kept with that those games had is obviously one. Um, I don't really have much complaining really for when it comes to this game specifically right now. Right, the one thing I am going to complain about the fact is that one, bring back create a finisher, please. Those I've missed so goddamn bad, and if I remember correctly, it, the first time that create a finisher was taken out was I think it was day 13. I think I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played WWE 13, but I remember it was in WWE 12. And obviously it was in 2011. That was SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and I that's how I got started in playing the WWE games. Um, was SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, but and I always loved creating finishers. I thought that was the best feature that they added, but I wish they kept that, and I know why they didn't keep that was because it was what was the old gaming gaming developer that WWE had that created their games. I think what was it? THQ. THQ created a lot of good games, and I remember them from like MX versus ATV, and they created those games, and those were really good. I remember playing those. But I wish that they kept the fact that of create a finisher. I like the fact that you can create your own entrance. You can create your own entrance video if you save enough of the save enough videos on it. I don't bother messing with that because I suck at creating that type of thing. Um, but but I wish they kept create a finisher, and I think a good chunk of people have, when it comes to playing this game, they've been wanting that to come back as well. And I hope, I hope 2K pulls the head out of their ass and actually listens, or WWE says like, let's add the feature back and see how well it goes. Um, and the other thing I'm talking about when it comes to the WWE is that they're little like the My Rise thing. I like the concept of them. Like you can create your own wrestler and go through a story of building them up as like a world champion in WWE. I like that. I also liked it. I also like it in this one where you can choose to either be from a rival promotion, the Indies, Japan, Mexico, like it. They got all that stuff to choose, so that way you can like have them like have build them up from specifically like say where they came from, how their career was, and da da da. Da. I like that. My thing is though, um, one thing that everybody has said like they kind of wish that they would bring back like the old road to WrestleMania, and that I agree on because if I think it'd be interesting if you took some of the rising stars in WWE and have and you play as them building up their career to from what was it? Yeah, starting like weeks before the Royal Rumble, going through the Royal Rumble, either being in it or being defending a title, defending a title on it, one of the two. Elimination Chamber, then finally WrestleMania. I love that concept, and I would like it now if they could do that. Like whether it's have like maybe some of the veterans, like you can play as Randy Orton, his road to WrestleMania for his go as the to go for another world title, or like as a young star trying to go for that as well. Like that'd be really cool, and I wish they would bring that back. And I don't think they will, but it would be nice if they did. Um, because honestly, the My Rise of this year is a lot better than the past couple. I will say that. Um, because I know what was it? I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before they made it to where you get. I like the concept of where you can choose to be a you can choose between a male wrestler and a female wrestler. That I like. The thing the thing I don't like is that I don't think it was last year's WWE game. I think the one last year was actually pretty good from My Rise. The one I'm talking about, I think it was the year before where you played as a guy and a girl who are like real good friends, but they built the female character up kind of good, but for them I guess like kind of strong, and and the male and the male wrestler is just a weak, and the male character is just really really weak basically. Like I feel like it should be. I'm glad they fixed it with this one, where it's like basically an even playing field for the most part. But, um, but like I really wish that they kind of kept that going because I know when they started doing My Rise that they absolutely sucked. Like the first ones, they absolutely sucked. When they started doing it, and like the character, the character of it was kind of weak. I will admit though that the one with what's his name, what was the character name in the in that story where it was what Buzz or something. I thought that one was actually pretty decent. That one was pretty good. Um, the whole storyline with in that one with like Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, I think was pretty good. So I got no complaints on that one. The I think the one after that was the where they introduced you could play as a male and a female wrestler in that one. That was the terrible one. Um, what else actually? Uh, um, oh yeah. The other thing is that I hate I kind of I was I think I've talked about this beforehand. I don't think so, but I'm gonna say it is that I kind of wish that they had when it came to like specifics of when you're creating a wrestler back in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. They had pretty good options when it came to like choosing tattoos. I I like that. I tried doing it in the past with like giving like my characters tattoos because obviously I have them when I've created like what if I was wrestling and I have my own tattoos, but like they don't have many good options like they did back then. Now, but well with 25 they actually added more options and they look a lot better and look pretty damn good. You have to some of them you have to unlock with by compete by doing the I guess the online thing where it's called the island. Which I kind of like the concept about it. I don't think it should like a WWE game like this should be online at all, to be honest. But that's just my opinion of it, and I prefer it not to have it. But I mean, hey, people enjoy it, and pretty it's pretty and it's done pretty good. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say like take away on the online aspect of it because I think actually people have done do enjoy it, and the fact is um like it's I think they've gotten better of like maintaining their servers when it comes to it because I know when I used to play with my friends that the servers were absolute shit. Um, so but so I'm go, but I like the fact that with the island you can unlock like tattoos or like certain other stuff to deck out your creator wrestler. That I kind of like as so that way you can actually you can you basically have to work for it. That little thing I do like. So so props to that. But I wish like they like going forward they add like a bit more of options when it comes to um make when it comes to create a wrestler and like add more of like of like the tattoos and such instead of like just like the generic ones that have been in the game since 2K's taken over for like the longest time. So and also take away the fact that you can have Finn Balor's body paint as a tattoo, and Rey Mysterio's his little his little logo that he has on his mask. Take kind of take that off to be honest, because if that's all that's gonna be offered when it comes to like some things like that, when there's a bit more to choose from, just remove those in general. In my opinion. Uh, but yeah, that's I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing the same old like generic wrestler wrestlers wrestlers stuff like that where there could be a lot more you could add. Um, that's something else I want to talk about in regards to this. Um, fuck, I can't remember now. Shit. I think I ran out of everything I was going to say because I think I had another one that I wanted to talk about when it came to WWE. Um, talked about like the creator wrestler thing. Oh, um, when it comes to the other thing, I kind of have a annoyance on what is like the entrances. They don't. They have kind of a. They don't have like many good selections when it comes to the like creating an entrance. And I like the fact that you can actually um create your own create your own entrance. But the thing is, like say if like somebody like me where I really suck at like creating my own like little custom entrance, and the one I chose, and I would just go with one that's done by a former or current day superstar sometimes. Like for instance, in this one, I have Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper. Again, rest in peace there. Um, I have his entrance as my creator wrestler's entrance. They don't have like a whole lot when it comes to it because there's some that are labeled and there's very few that they have like from uh that they have for, for like to choose like say like just generic like a generic superstar entrance or something like that. And I feel like and I wish they kind of had like more of selection like that because like I said back in SmackDown during the SmackDown versus Raw ones, they kind of had more of a better option when it came to that stuff. Um, and also, I hate the fact because this kind of drives me nuts because I'm used to it in like the old in the older WWE games. If I can't hit preview to look at the entrance instead. I have to basically select the entrance and create to watch to watch it so that way I can preview it. I can't I can't do I can't just preview it by hitting like because I'm on PlayStation. I can't hit square just to preview it. I have to basically choose it and then watch it through. And I'm not sure if I'm not like paying attention to where like I don't know where to I don't know how to preview it or if they changed it or if like they just don't have or they just said don't bother with that and didn't add the option. So um yeah, I think that just about does it with like when it comes to the day wrestling games. Um oh, actually I want actually probably another thing I just thought of. Considering WWE is partnered with TNA and now I think late last year that they now partially own AAA in the AAA in Mexico. I would love it if they could add like packs in into the next game or if they're going to add a bit more into this one. If they could add packs of like TNA stars or AAA stars because I feel like that'd be really good giving exposure to TNA, more exposure to TNA, giving them like a rub, and also doing it with AAA. AAA they purchased TNA they're just partners with, and I kind of hope that they don't try and purchase TNA to be honest. But that's my opinion. Um, but I kind of hope that like if they're gonna stay, if they're gonna continue doing business with TNA, and the fact that they've purchased AAA, that I would like it if they could add packs of like AAA stars. I don't know any. I don't really know all of the stars in AAA. I know there's one guy called Mister Iguana. Um, Mister Iguana. What's there? Another one. There's some lady luchadoras. La La Hiendra, and I can't. Those are the only two that come to mind for AAA. But in TNA, I would love it to if they had like if they could add like old TNA legends. Samoa Joe, obviously not because he's in the AEW. Um, but like any just pick of like TNA legends, what I would love to have in there. But this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And comment. I greatly appreciate your thoughts. Have a good day. Happy New Year, and I'll see you later. Bye.